So I've been reading this book. It's called The Unseen Realm by Michael S. Heiser. Beautiful book. Very long, by the way, but it's really good. I have one sentence that I highlighted that sums up, in my personal opinion, the entirety of why there isn't just one Christian denomination. One reason is that we have layers of tradition that filter the Bible in our thinking. That is literally why denominations exist. That if I got a Catholic, an Orthodox, a Baptist, a non-denominational, Christian, and I sat them all down and I gave them, let's say, the Gospel of Luke, that at some point they're all going to disagree about something. And that might not be because they all have, they all are, every single denomination has an entirely different Bible. I'm not saying certain ones don't. But because you could give them the same book and they could grab different information out of it because of the, what Michael's talking about, the filter that we have, which the filter isn't just instilled in us, at an early age or whenever we come to the church, by the church or even our parents, but I would actually say outside factors. If you're a nice person, like I grew up, really as a kid, loving the concept of compassion and being nice to everybody for no reason. So when I see things like Jesus, asking God to forgive the Roman soldiers on the cross, like forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they're doing, I love that. But I also understand that there might be somebody else who's, maybe they like the Old Testament more, right? So maybe they like the Old Testament, they stick to the old traditions. That is the filter, right? My mind is filtering it out. When I see something bad or confusing in the Bible or in biblical text, I will filter that out because that doesn't align with who I am as a person. Similarly, to how somebody might like a more, headstrong approach. When they see like a fluff piece is what they call it, right? Where there's none of this vindictive force, they're going to filter that out. I think it's important to establish that, not just so we understand that in order for us to truly, reunite as a church, every denomination all come together, we need to put our filters down. Because if we look through things with our filter, with our colored glasses, if I put on blue glasses and I look at the sky, or if I look at the sky, it's going to be blue. But if I put on red glasses, it's going to be red. Yellow, yellow, green, green. We don't know what the color of the sky is until we all take off the glasses. I think that the same thing with the filter has to be said. We should be able to take a step back, read it from the perspective of the biblical authors, what they wrote it, and how God or Yahweh intends for us to do it. We all need to come together as a church once again.